Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I don't think there is anything in the world that screams summer more than a punnet or two of these little guys. They are of course strawberries, and I thought I'd do a video on 5 reasons why I think it's better to grow them in a polytunnel rather than outside. First of all, and possibly the main reason, is protection. Everything likes a strawberry, including all the local birds, bats, rats, frogs, dogs, cats, you name it, I bet it likes strawberries. And protecting an outdoor crop from pests can be a real pain, especially where birds are concerned. They seem to always be able to find holes in netting that they can get through. In the polytunnel though, they are up off the ground, away from slugs and snails, birds tend not to go in because they don't like enclosed spaces, and rats seem to be much less likely to find them. So ultimately you get more of your own crop and you spend less effort just feeding the wildlife. Reason number 2 is speed. By growing strawberries in a polytunnel, you can be harvesting fruits weeks earlier than you can from outdoor ones, and this is because they started growing much earlier in the year and they've had that extra protection. And so because they started earlier, they're going to crop earlier as well. And that brings me to point number 3. Space. Unless you plan on selling strawberries, then you really don't need much space for them. Mine are in a tray, perhaps 1 metre by 70 centimetres, and they give me a handful of strawberries like this every 2 days, and will do so for the next couple of weeks. That's more strawberries than I can eat. I'm pretty certain it's more strawberries than most people can eat. In fact, a lot of them will get chopped up, frozen, and I'll use them in blackcurrant jam later on in the year. And once these strawberries have finished, I'll drag the tray outside, leave it somewhere out of the way until spring, and then it'll go back in the polytunnel and start the process again. Now in the meantime, I've got these couple of melon seeds growing on the side, and they should be ready to plant into the ground and start growing fully just as the strawberries have finished cropping. And so it means that this little space in the polytunnel, it's always going to have a use. There's always going to be something growing fruit just there. And that's much better. It's a much more efficient way of growing, considering space is so limited in here. And another reason to grow in the polytunnel is easy to harvest. I mean, a really simple mulch of sawdust or straw can be used to keep the fruits nice and dry, which is so important with strawberries because they rot in no time if they so much as come into contact with water sometimes. And so a simple mulch like this means you get more immaculate fruits when you come to harvest, and it's as simple as snipping the hanging fruits off the plants. I mean, what could be easier than that? And the final reason, of course, is good old taste. That's why we're growing these things. Polytunnel grown strawberries are slightly different from outdoor grown ones. They tend to be juicier and slightly milder in flavour, making them perfect for strawberries and cream or putting in cakes, or in my case especially, they tend to end up going into jams with blackcurrant jam. But whether you grow them indoors or out, strawberries have got to be one of the best fruits that you can grow at home, especially if you want to get started with growing fruit. They are so expensive and such poor quality in the shops, and growing them at home, you get a better crop, you know where it's come from, it's organic, and it's easy, and it takes up precious little space. And if you grow it in the polytunnel, of course, it is even easier. Anywho, I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and if you decide to give strawberries a go, then let me know how you grow yours. But enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!